One of my favorite, one of my to-go filler games is Zombie Dice, and you may have seen my video review for it that I filmed a couple of years ago. Zombie Dice is super simple, I can teach it in a minute, play it in 5-6, it's just a great filler game. And also in my collection I have a similar game called Martian Dice, which is based on the same idea really, but with a couple of extra rules, a couple of small differences. Yesterday I was visiting a game store in LA, I'm here visiting some relatives, when I saw Dino Hunt Dice, and from the graphics, the box, the publisher, I imagined that it was going to be another Zombie Dice variant, so I thought, why not, I'll give it a try. Also because this game is so small, it makes for a good travel game. I don't think it's gonna be too heavy to carry with me on my way back to beautiful Bloomington, Indiana. Problem is, this is not a variant of Zombie Dice. This is Zombie Dice. It is Zombie Dice, the same mechanics, the same idea, the same rules, with a different theme. Instead of being a zombie that is looking for brains to eat and that can reroll footprint symbols. Here you are a hunter and you are collecting dinosaurs. Instead of footprints as the symbol that you reroll, you have leaves because the dinosaurs are hiding behind the leaves. I like to see what kind of leaf it is that the T-Rex is hiding behind, but I don't know, those dinos can be tricky. I guess you're just collecting these dinos and then you bring them to an unnamed copyrighted park where they are exhibiting dinos. So actually, if you know Zombie Dice and you're busy, well, thank you for watching. You don't really need to watch any further. This is Zombie Dice with dinosaurs, so with a more family-friendly theme in case you don't feel comfortable playing zombies that eat human brains with your children. I play Zombie Dice with my daughters that are 5 and 7. They liked it, and that tells you what kind of parent I am. But hey, not everybody is the same. Dino Hunt. You have the rule sheet, very simple, very short, and then you have the dice. The dice, like in Zombie Dice, are 3 colors: green, yellow, and red. The green ones are the easiest. The red are the most dangerous. It's harder to score on the red, and the yellow are in between. You dump all of the dice in this box here. You shake, 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 shake. Only don't, because it's super noisy. Probably you will want to use a bag. Then you draw blindly 3 dice from the box or whatever container you're using, and you roll them. And maybe you have a horrible roll, such as this one. Or not. Look at that. Oh, amazing. I thought I had 3 stumps, but actually that's not the case. I have a dino, a leaf, and a stump. Dinos you set aside and you can score them at the end of the round. Stomps you set aside, that is these 2 types of dice you cannot reroll. Stomps don't do anything good for you. If you have 3 stomps set aside, that is in a turn, then you don't score. Simply your turn is over and you don't score. The leaves you can re-roll, so if you decide to keep going, if you decide to roll more, you take all of the leaf dice that you had, you draw blindly from the bag until you have 3 dice total, re-roll them, and just as above, you can collect the dinos and re-roll the stomps, re-roll the leaves, which suppose I'm gonna do, etc, etc. And at some point you may want to stop, in which case you score your dinos and you get 1 point for each dino. This would be 4 points. Again, if when you roll you get 3 stomp symbols, then you don't get to score anything. So when your turn is over, either because you scored or because you had 3 stomps, you dump all of the dice in the container that you're using, pass to the next player, and continue like this until a player has reached the number of points that the players have agreed on to use as the target numbers, the victory total. This is Dino Hunt. It's a very simple, very enjoyable push-a-luck game. And I say all of these things because this is just like Zombie Dice, and I think Zombie Dice also is a very simple, very enjoyable dice game. It's a game that you may already have in your collection if you have Zombie Dice. If anything, I mean, I like it. I like the theme is very cute, is very nice. Again, probably will work better with children. What I don't like all that much is the fact that maybe the components are a little too cute. That is, as you may have noticed, different dice have different types of dinosaurs. Maybe they made it to help colorblind people so that this type of die is different from this one and different from this one, and we can tell that from the silhouettes, not only from the color, as opposed to Zombie Dice would be, you know, like a green brain, yellow brain, and red brain. But actually the fact that then you have different types of stomps and different types of silhouettes makes the dice a little less immediate to read. It takes a second there. Especially when it comes to this die that somehow is a little similar. I don't know. You know, this stomp here, I know I should be able to tell them, but when I look at all of the dice, sometimes for a second I'm like, wait a second, what is that? Oh, yes, yes. This one also looks like a leaf, not like that kind of leaf, another type of leaf. I'll let your imagination figure out what I'm referring to here. And maybe this is an inside joke. I don't know what kind of story this is. So the dice are nice and pleasant to look at. They're slightly less readable than the ones in Zombie Dice. Other than that, the game is exactly the same. Dino Hunt dice, just like Zombie Dice, but with dinosaurs. If you like Zombie Dice and you like dinos, maybe you can add this game to your collection. But if you have Zombie Dice, really not. That's not a particularly necessary game to have for you.